so we're going to read a chapter a night of this one. This is Michael Morpurgo, and this is Alone on a Wide, Wide Sea. So this is the book, and you might need to have a look at the map in the middle. Okay, so we're going to read a chapter a night, and yet again you might end up with a dog, a budgie or a cat in the shot. So this is part one, the story of Arthur Hobhouse. Arthur Hobhouse is a happening. I should begin at the beginning, I know that, but the trouble is I don't know the beginning. I wish I did. I do know my name, Arthur Hobhouse. Arthur Hobhouse had a beginning, that's for certain. I had a father and a mother too, but God only knows who they were, and maybe even he doesn't know for sure. I mean, God can't be looking everywhere all at once, can he? So where the name Arthur Hobhouse comes from, and who gave it to me, I have no idea. I don't even know if it's my real name. I don't know the date or the place of my birth either, only that it was probably in Bermondsey, London, sometime about 1940. The earliest memories I have are all confused somehow and out of focus. For instance, I've always known I had a sister, an older sister. All my life she's been somewhere in the deepest recesses, either of my memory or my imagination. Sometimes I can't really be sure which is which. And she was called Kitty. When they sent me away, she wasn't with me. I wish I knew why. I try to picture her, and sometimes I can. I see a pale, delicate face with deep, dark eyes that are filled with tears. She's given me a small key, but I don't remember what the key's for. It's on a piece of string, and she hangs it round my neck and tells me I'm to wear it always. And then sometimes I hear her laugh, an infectious giggle that winds itself up in a joyous cackle. My sister cackles like a kookaburra. She comes skipping into my dreams sometimes singing, London Bridge is falling down, falling down. And I try to talk to her, but she never seems able to hear me. Somehow we're always just out of reach of one another. All my earliest memories are a bit like a dream. I know that none of them are proper memories, none that I could really call my own anyway. I feel I've come out of half-forgotten, half-remembered times, and I'm sure they're often filled with half-forgotten times with made-up memories. Perhaps it's my mind trying to make some sense of the unknown, so I can't know for certain where their made-up ones or real ones begin. All the earliest childhood memories must be like that for everyone, I suppose. But maybe mine are a bit more blurred than most, and maybe that's because I have no family stories to support them. No hard facts, no real evidence, no certificates, not a single photograph. It's almost as if I was born at all. I just happened. Arthur Hobhouse is a happening. I've been happening for 65 years or thereabouts, and the time has come now for me to put my life down on paper. For me, this is like the birth certificate I never had. It's to prove to me and to anyone else who reads it that at least I was here, that I happened. I am a story as well as a happening, and I want my story to be known, for Kitty to know it if she's still alive. I want her to know what sort of brother she had. I want Zita to know it too, although she knows well enough me already, I reckon, warts and all, most of it. All I want Ali to know it, for her children to know it, and when they come along, and her children's children too, I want them all to know who I was, that I was a happening, and I was a story too. This way I'll live on in them. I'll be part of their story, and they won't entirely be forgotten when I go. That's important to me. I think that's the only kind of immortality we can have, that we stay alive only as long as our story goes on being told. So I'm going to sit here, by the window, for as long as it takes, and tell it just as I remember it. They say you can't begin a story without knowing the end. And until recently, I didn't know the end, but now I do. So I can begin, and I'll begin from the very first day I can be sure that I really remember. I'd have been about 6 years old. Strange that the memories of youth live longer, stay vivid, perhaps because our lives, our young lives, are lived more intensely. Everything is fresh, and for the first time, and unforgettable. And we have more time just to stand and stare. Strange too that events of my more recent years, my adult years, are more clouded and less distinct. Time gathers speed as we grow older, and life flashes by all too fast, and it's over all too soon.